And we'll put the pedal down on part 2 of today's Local 6 Legal Line. Attorneys from the Bryan Law Center, Paducah, Mayfield, and Louisville. We've been talking about criminal defense with attorney Tyler Brown. Now we're going to switch gears and head on over to some divorce questions that we're going to pose to this guy in the middle, Mr. Mark Bryant. You've known him. You've seen him for just a few years now. And Mark, I guess since Joe has left the area, that you all still do handle divorce cases.
No, actually, we don't.
You don't?
But I know a lot about divorce cases.
Okay.
I used to do a lot of them myself, so just ask me the questions, Chief.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he will get an answer for you. And this first one comes from someone that says, my wife left 7 years ago, and I've not heard from her in 5 years. I'm not even sure how to contact her. Is it possible to get a divorce since I don't know where she is or how to get a hold of her?
Well, I feel your pain, but yeah, it is possible. All you got to do is go to see a lawyer that deals in divorces. And once you've talked to them, they will file some kind of a pleading that ends up, the courts end up sending it to the Paducah Sun, and it goes out. And there's also some other paperwork that can be filled out that will allow a court to take jurisdiction where the other party is not, is only notified of it by publication. So you can get a divorce. The question then becomes whether the divorce can deal with your property distribution, and initially it cannot. So hopefully they'll find this other person one of these days, but if not, then you'll ask the court to deal with that too. But at first it'll just grant you a divorce.
Next question comes from Penny, who says, my ex-husband and I cannot agree on where the children should attend school. So how does the judge determine where your children should go to school if we cannot reach an agreement?
Well, it's interesting that you already know that much, because it ultimately does come down to what a judge does. And in this particular case, the judge would see what's in the best interest of the child. Where's the child been going to school? How are they doing in school? Do they have any particular problems that has come about as a result of the school that they're in? And if the court makes that determination, in all likelihood, they're going to let them stay where they are, because they just don't want to jump around and have children move from pillar to post. So, the best thing you can do is if you and your husband, because of joint custody and the law requiring joint custody under most circumstances, then you're going to have to talk to your ex-spouse about it. And if you can't make a decision, then you're going to have to go to court and let the judge make a decision. But it's always what's in the best interest of the child.
Have about 45 seconds left, and a question comes from a young lady who says, if my ex refuses to pay child support as ordered, what can I do about it? I don't have the money to hire an attorney. Well,
I'll tell you what, the county attorney's office in all counties has a particular part of it that allows for child support and dependency and neglect. So you can go in and talk about you're not receiving child support, and the county attorney's office will deal with it. If they don't have any success, they also have the arm of the law with them, because there are certain times where somebody doesn't pay their child support and it becomes a criminal case, and it can become a felony. And so the county attorney's office, I'd go to them and tell them the guy's not paying. It won't cost you a dime, and they know what they're doing, and they do a good job.
The honorable attorneys from the Bryan Law Center in Paducah, Mayfield, and Louisville have been our guests on today's Local 6 Legal Line. More specifically, Mark Bryant and Tyler Brown. If you would like to review either one of these segments, give us just a little bit of time and we'll post these online under the Legal Line icon at WPSD Local